Well, I mentioned we'd have a gaggle of young ladies come in and talk with us here about the Ghost Town Trail, but only one came. But look at the one who came. It's Adriene Smochek. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm happy to be here. It's okay that I'm alone, but I still have a lot to talk about. So.
Well, yeah, you're just going to have to carry the water for all of them here today.
That's all right. I came prepared. I have some notes here, and I'm really excited about what we're doing. So I'm happy to talk about it with you.
And we're talking about the Ghost Town Trail, 25 years, which is amazing to me.
It really is amazing. So the project itself, the trail itself, originally opened in October of 1994, and that was through the generous donation by the Kowalczyk family of 16 miles of abandoned railroad in Indiana and Cambria counties.
Yeah.
And since then, they've expanded it to be a 32-mile main stem of the trail. Cambria County has added in 12 miles of extensions, so it's really, really grown. It's a huge asset economically here to us, recreationally. A big impact on regional tourism here. So it's an important part of our community.
It really is. And then the connection to the Hoodlebug, and Hoodlebug will connect to West Bend. And it's a network that started with Ghost Town, which to me is fascinating.
It really is fascinating. And there were so many people. I wasn't around for the original unveiling of the original leg of the trail. I wasn't there for that, but there were so many people that worked so hard, and it was really a concerted effort by a lot of folks behind the scenes and just working tirelessly that just have passion.
Yeah. And what a unique way to do this, too. The Ghost Town Trail 25th anniversary, you've got a scavenger hunt.
Yes, we do. The scavenger hunt is one of a few different puzzle pieces, things that we're doing. We thought we would do a number of different things to celebrate this. It's really a year-long celebration, but we have a couple of months here that we have different activities happening out on the trail. The scavenger hunt was kind of my baby. I came up with the idea with the help of my husband and brainstorming. How can we get people out there and give them a chance to go at their leisure? Sometimes it's hard to get out when there's just a one-time event that you can't make it out to. Life happens.
That's true.
So this is an extended opportunity. We started on September 1st, and it runs through the 26th, so we've got about 2 more weeks to go. There were 25 hand-painted rocks, painted by yours truly. So we've placed those in different locations along the 32-mile main stem of the trail. And so they are being found. As of today, 9 of those have been found and redeemed. So what you do, you go out and look for these rocks, and they're painted with a ghost on the front, and each one is numbered. And so you check your corresponding number with the sponsoring business. We have a number of businesses participating between the 2 counties. You take your rock into the business, you redeem it for a little prize, and then you're entered to win one of our grand prizes.
Wow.
So we have, here in Indiana, we have Levity Brewing Company, Noblestein Brewing Company, Dillweed Bed and Breakfast in Dilltown, Krispy Kreme Drive-In in Belsano, and Up and Running in Evansburg. Those are the 5 businesses where you could possibly redeem your rock.
So you get all these rocks, and each one per family, right?
Yes. We ask one per person, so we give everybody a chance to have a little bit of fun.
Yeah. And we've got 9 of them that have been claimed already, which means 16 are left out there.
That's somewhere. Right. 16 are out there. So your odds are actually pretty good in a 32-mile section of the trail to come across a rock somewhere. And I know a lot of folks have been asking questions about where they're placed. We're not giving any clues yet. If we get down to the wire, we do know exactly where each rock is. So we'll give you some clues if we have any issues with finding those. But I think they'll be found. It's been staggered nicely over the time that we've had this in play. So we are drawing some pretty exciting grand prizes.
Okay.
Those will be drawn on the 27th at our formal celebration.
Okay. And that will be held where?
That's at Eliza Furnace in Vintondale. And we invite everyone to come out and join us. It's at 1 p.m. We have some speakers lined up. It's a bit of a reflection about 25 years ago and the efforts that happened to open the trail. And just a celebration looking forward at where things can go in the growth, just a celebration of what we have.
Yeah, I was looking at the grand prizes. They really do match up with the kind of people who really use the Ghost Town Trail a lot, don't they?
They do. We have some really neat stuff. We've got an overnight stay at the Dillweed Bed and Breakfast, some stay and play packages at Chestnut Ridge and Tom's Run and Hampton Inn and Suites in Blairsville, a boat rental at Yellow Creek Rental and Supply, and we have a camping gear package from REI.
There you go.
And we've got a few other smaller things to give away. We are still soliciting prizes, too. We're accepting those. If anyone's interested in contributing something, we've got some copies of books that are outdoor related, a cycling computer donated by Fat Jimmy's Outfitters in Johnstown. So it could be anything.
Yeah. I'm thinking back to when the Ghost Town Trail was actually initiated and the whole Rails to Trails movement began. And I think Indiana County was one of the very first all across the nation that really embraced it.
So I am told, at least the first in Pennsylvania of its kind, possibly one of the first in the nation. So it was originally funded through some federal dollars that took on this movement to embrace heritage and local culture, and also to promote attractions in the region and the history that we have here, but also to take some of those abandoned rail lines and turn them into something usable and fun.
Yeah, and the wonderful thing about Ghost Town Trail, I think, is the way that the thing unwinds is there's the water right beside you, and you're going. And there's so much history along the trail. There
really is, and I'm glad you brought that up. We have an event coming up on the 15th of September. Local author Denise Weber is going to be doing a historical talk to let people know some of the really neat stories of the Vintondale area, and specifically, she wants to talk a little bit about the history of the name of the Ghost Town Trail, where that name came from. So that'll be a neat event. It's September 15th at 1 p.m., and they're meeting at the Rexus branch of the Ghost Town in Vintondale.
Okay, there you go. And the great thing about it as well is you get a chance to really visit some of the great historical small communities that are along that path. And it's just a short trip off of any one of them in order to visit someplace that's really neat.
It really, really is. It's a lot of fun. I just had my kids out there recently. They're 2 and 6, and they had a lot of fun. There's an old rail car there that they were kind of checking out and looking at things. And it's just really neat to have these things in your backyard. A lot of people don't know they're there. So it's fun to get out, have an excuse to find these rocks, get out there, have some fun.
And when you really want to enjoy what the outdoors is all about, Hoodlebug, West Penn, Ghost Town Trail, you can't beat them. You
can't beat them. We have an incredible asset here in Indiana County and in Cambria County. When you look around us, we have an unparalleled parks and trails system here between these two counties. We are very, very fortunate to have some hardworking people in both counties. The Cambria County Conservation and Recreation folks, our local Indiana County Parks and Trails folks, our tourist and visitor bureaus in both counties. We have amazing folks promoting these assets and building them. We're fortunate.
And your work with the 62nd District probably gets you and folks in positions where they can actually look at what the economic impact is.
Yes.
There are specific amounts of dollars that can be measured coming into Indiana County because of trails like the Ghost Town Trail.
Yes. I don't have any of those figures with me today, but I know that there are thousands of visitors every year, and there is a significant impact on regional tourism from these locations.
Yeah. And one of the great things about Ghost Town Trail is it's now the site of the Indiana County Marathon.
Yes, that's also coming up. I know I have that on my list of events I wanted to hopefully mention to you as well. There are a handful of things happening, but I do know that on November 3rd, the InFirst Bank Veterans Marathon and Half Marathon and Relay is happening from Sailor Park to Dilltown. I know that Alan and Candace Lockhart are organizing that.
Yeah, Al was in recently, and he'll be back to talk about that. It's a Boston Marathon qualifier. So people who are looking to qualify to run in next year's Boston Marathon, which is the marathon in America, there will be people coming from all over the United States to run on the Ghost Town Trail. And what a great thing that is to sort of introduce people to a really neat part of the country.
Isn't that exciting?
Yeah.
I think it's so much fun. People say there's nothing to do sometimes, and boy, just look around. We've got a lot of it.
Absolutely. And by the way, boys and girls, if you want to volunteer to help out, get in contact with Al Lockhart or Diane Overman over at the Veterans of Indiana County, and they'll fix you right up. They can always use some help.
Absolutely.
Perfect stuff. Okay, what else is happening on the Ghost Town Trail?
So we know that there are a few other festivals and things happening adjacent to or near the trail. We know that the Potato Festival is happening in Ebensburg on September 28th. September 29th, the Dillweed Bed and Breakfast is having a fall festival. Before our formal ceremony on the 27th, one of our committee members will be leading a bike trail ride. They'll ride from Vintondale to the Nanny Glow Extension and back, starting at 9 o'clock. So there are a number of other things happening out there. There are some chances to get out there as it suits your schedule. And again, of course, our scavenger hunt.
Yeah, scavenger hunt lasts all the way through the 26th. It's already underway. People are out there gathering up their stones.
Yes, people are excited too, so it's been fun.
Why not? It's a great idea. You like when new ideas come out, and this is a neat one.
We think so. The idea was to get people out there, as I said, at their leisure, but to reach existing users, but get some new people that maybe haven't seen what we have to offer, and maybe get them a little bit of exposure to some of our local businesses that support the trail system.
And we should point out to people, they're rocks, they're not boulders. So
that's right. They're small. They're all the size of a softball or smaller.
And you get to see Adriene's amazing artistic skills.
Oh, thanks.
Anything else we need people to know about?
I think we're good. I think we've covered everything. We appreciate all the support for our trail system, and we hope you enjoy being out there.
Well, where are we going to learn more? Facebook, Ghost Town Trail?
Yes, we have some information on Facebook. We have a CNI Trail Council. CNI stands for Cambria and Indiana County. The way it's listed on Facebook is CNI Trail Council. If you find us on Facebook, we're giving updates on how many rocks were found and just some different activities that are happening. So you can find us on there, follow the events.
And if you get to the point where you need to put clues out, that's where you'll find them, right?
Absolutely.
Your Facebook site. Adriene, thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much, Todd.
We appreciate it. It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS AM 1160 and 101.1 FM.